Welcome to Face, the program
that frontally discusses
political and social issues in Nigeria. The weekly program brought to you on Wednesday by 6 p.m. Nigerian time, anchored by Prince Ewemade Concourse, powered by GCSDN.
Join us.
Good evening to all our wonderful viewers all over the world, and welcome to Face program. This is the program where we frontally discuss political and social issues in Nigeria. This weekly program is brought to you every Wednesday, 6 p.m. Nigerian time, anchored by my humble self, Prince Ewemade Concourse. Today we are going to be having a special topic on the Nigerian Constitution and the quiz competition. We are going to be joined in the studio by one of our own, my brother, my friend, a partner in pursuit of a better Nigerian for all, Dr. Edmond Ike. I'm going to bring him to the studio so that we can discuss about the first Nigerian national quiz competition that's going to be taking place in Nigeria. Dr. Edmond Ike, you are welcome to the studio.
Thank you very much, my brother, Prince Ewemade Concourse. I'm very happy to be here today speaking to you and speaking to my fellow Nigerians on the first national quiz competition on Nigerian Constitution for all secondary schools in Nigeria. Thank you.
Thank you. How are you doing today?
I'm doing very well, thank you. And what about you?
Great. Good to see you. Are you ready to roll?
I am ready, born ready.
Great. So could you tell our audience what the purpose of the first national quiz competition in Nigeria?
All right. Yeah, the purpose of the first national quiz competition in Nigeria is quite very simple. Is one, to educate our young minds. Two, to empower our young minds. And three, which is more important, for them to understand what is the content of our grand norm, which is the Constitution. And because if you understand the content of this grand norm, our Constitution 1999 as amended, they are able to understand what is their right as contained in the Constitution. And when they understand what their rights are, they are able to grow up into adults that will always fight for their right and build a better country that rights and rule of law is enthroned above all things.
Thank you. I'm just going to show a video clip of the competition, so our audience they can also see what it's all about before we continue our discussion today.
Invitation. Principals and proprietors of public and secondary schools in Nigeria are hereby invited to register 2 of their students for the first national quiz competition on the Nigerian Constitution for secondary schools in Nigeria. Commencement date 1st October 2022. Deadline for registration 15th August 2022. Registration fee free. Venue virtual. Prizes to be won by the 6 best schools include millions of naira, laptops, copies of the Nigerian Constitution, and lots more. Please request a free application form by sending an email to write.gcsdn@gmail.com or gcsdn@gcsdn.org. You cannot stand for your rights if you don't know your rights.
This project is powered by the Global Coalition for Security and Democracy in Nigeria, GCSDN, and the Rescue Me Now Data and Media Limited.
Signed, Dr. Edmond Ike, Project Administrator.
Yes, my wonderful audience all over the world. We are joined today by Dr. Edmond Ike, the Project Administrator for the first Nigerian national quiz competition that's going to be taking place. Because if you don't know your right, you cannot stand up for your right. So it is fair to say that we must begin to educate our younger generation about the Constitution, so they should be able to know their rights and be able to fight for their right. So that's why we are joined today from the man behind the wheel of the competition. So you can hear directly from him. Our audience, you can also send your question, whatever question you have, you want to ask. The man behind the wheel is here to answer any question you may have. Dr. Edmond, Why did the organization decide to embark on this journey of conducting the first of its kind, the first national quiz competition to educate Nigerian youth and the Nigerian students about their rights and their constitution?
Thank you for that question. First of all, if you're watching this show face to face, anchored by Prince Ewemade Konkons, and you don't know the organization behind it, it's the Global Coalition for Security and Democracy in Nigeria. It's the same organization that is behind the first national quiz competition. That is the Global Coalition for Security and Democracy in Nigeria, GCSDN for the acronym or the abbreviation. So why did GCSDN decide to pursue this first national quiz? If you look around, if you're a Nigerian, you understand that a lot of things are not going quite well in our country. The rule of law is not respected, and our judicial system is weakened. Our legislative arm of government is also weakened, or are not interested in making the laws that for the betterment of the overall health of Nigerians or the overall well-being of Nigerians. And why is this? Is because the Nigerian people do not understand the crux of lawmaking or even the laws that we already have at hand. So they don't understand this. And that is why the Global Coalition for Security and Democracy in Nigeria have a program which teaches Nigerians about the content of the Constitution, the laws, and all that's within it. And that also gave birth to this national quiz competition too. Not just capturing the Nigerian population, but now specifically targeting the secondary school students, because these are the young men. Very soon they'll be graduating from secondary school, and very soon they will become the voting population or the electorate. And, when you turn 18, according to our law, you are eligible to vote. So these are people who are about to gain the right to start voting, and they may not even understand this rights. They may not even understand how to be good citizens and how to hold their leaders accountable. So the show, Nigerian Constitution and Your Right, and then this national quiz they are all avenues to help educate the people. They are all avenues to help empower the people to understand their rights, and so that they can be able to stand for their right. And also it's an avenue to help them understand the roles of the arms of government, the roles of the tiers of government, and then know what the leader is supposed to do, so that when they don't do that, they can hold them accountable. So, okay, this is what the law says that is your duty. This is what the law says you're supposed to do for the people. And then if you're not doing it, then we can hold you accountable. So these are just a few of the reasons why we decided to pursue this national quiz, just to get the kids, the secondary school kids, thinking about the law, acting on the law, and being empowered by the law to become better. Because when they participate, before you can, think about it this way, before they can participate in the quiz, they need to read the Constitution in order to understand the questions and answer the question correctly, so that they can win the prizes that we have at the end of the competition. So by reading the Constitution, they are already gaining the knowledge that they need to gain as citizens of Nigeria. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Our audience all over the world, we are here talking directly with the man behind the wheel, the project coordinator for the first Nigeria National Quiz Competition that's going to be taking place in October. If you've not signed up or taken your application, requested for your application to be part of the quiz, please do so. You can send an email to the project coordinator. The email, I'm going to display it on the screen, so you can send an email to the project coordinator and be able to participate in the first quiz national competition that's going to be taking place in October, in the month of October. What is your organization trying to achieve in organizing the quiz competition, the first quiz competition in Nigeria?
Before I answer that, I would like to mention, if you're out there, if you want to apply, the email to send a request for the application is write.gcsdn@gmail.com. The email once again is write.gcsdn@gmail.com. Or alternatively, you can also send email requests to gcsdn@gcsdn.org. So
Thank you for that.
Either of the two email is going to work just fine. And then back to the question that Comrade Prince asked. So what is GCSDN trying to accomplish by coordinating this, by organizing this national quiz? It boils down to what I've been saying about educating the population, Nigerians, educating specifically the young minds, the secondary school kids. So at the end, once they have participated, it's our hope and desire that they would have learned the content of the Constitution, because that is the goal. Have learned the content of the Constitution, understand it, and be empowered to be able to apply this in their day-to-day living, in their day-to-day activity, in order to be good citizens and also hold the leaders accountable. Thank you.
Thank you so much. You are hearing directly from the project coordinator of the first quiz national competition in Nigeria. How can someone take part in this competition?
Yes, to take part in this competition, you have to be a secondary school. So this competition is specifically for secondary school, not primary schools, not universities. Secondary school. So it's a first national quiz competition on Nigerian Constitution for secondary schools, specifically secondary school. So any secondary school. So if you're out there listening to this program right now and you're a secondary school owner, you can participate. You can apply first on behalf of your school, or if you're a headmaster, headmistress, or principal of a public secondary school. So it's not just for private secondary school. Private secondary school and public secondary school are welcome to apply. So all you need to do is send an email to the emails I've listed, write.gcsdn@gmail.com, or you can send an email to gcsdn@gcsdn.org. If you send an email, just say, please, I'm requesting for an application to participate in the national quiz. You'll be responded to. And the response you will get is a copy of the application and other pertinent information. Then you go ahead and apply, fill out the application form, and submit it back to those emails, any of those emails. And then we'll go through the application, and if you meet the requirement, that is, and what are the requirements? That you have to be a secondary school. If it's a private secondary school, you have to be registered through the Corporate Affairs Commissions. You know, GCSDN, or the Global Coalition for Security and Democracy, is a legal organization. What I mean by which, it's a legitimate organization, I mean to say. That means we are an entity registered and recognized, both in Nigeria and outside Nigeria. And outside Nigeria, we're registered in the United States. That is where the headquarters of GCSDN is located. So everything we do, we want to make sure it will follow the rule of law. And this is the Constitution, it has a grand number of laws of our beloved country, Nigeria. So that means we want to make sure that the schools that are participating are actually schools that are doing the right thing. What do you mean by schools that are doing the right thing? School, if you're a private school, that you are registered according to law. A business needs to be registered through the Corporate Affairs Commission. So it's part of your application submission is that you have to prove that you're a registered school. A private school should be registered through CAC, that's the Corporate Affairs Commission, while a public school should be registered to the government. The government should give them a paper, a document that shows that they're a registered school, or they're government-approved schools. So that is part of the requirement. Because we want to make sure these are actual schools, real school, that can be, go and search for that school, we'll be able to find the school. It's not that somebody by the corner and just send them a request application and just force through people to participate. No, we want to make sure the rule of law is enthroned in everything we do. So these are the steps. Request by sending an email respond and give you the application. You fill out the application and would approve that you are a registered school, either private registered through CAC or government registered through the government agency. And then we'll go from there. And the deadline for that application is actually coming up in a few days. The deadline is 15th of this month, 15th September 2022 is the deadline. So if you haven't applied and you want to apply, you only have a few days to request and submit your application. So please take the opportunity and do so, and we'll go from there. Thank you.
Thank you. Do you have any criteria for taking part in this quiz competition?
Yes, I highlighted the criteria. The criteria is one, it has to be a secondary school. Two, the secondary school has to be registered. If it's a private secondary school, you have to be registered through CAC, the Corporate Affairs Commissions. If it's a private school, you have to register through the appropriate. If it's a government school, you have to be registered through the appropriate government agency that recognize the secondary schools in that jurisdiction. And then the school have to submit the names of the participants, two students from that school, and then they have to send us the proof that that school is actually a registered school. So just a photocopy attachment of that they are registered by CAC or through the government. So that is the requirement.
Okay, thank you so much. We're going to take a quick break and we can
Invitation. Principals and proprietors of public and secondary schools in Nigeria are hereby invited to register 2 of their students for the first national quiz competition on the Nigerian Constitution for secondary schools in Nigeria. Commencement date 1st October 2022. Deadline for registration 15th August 2022. Registration fee free. Venue virtual. Prizes to be won by the 6 best schools include millions of naira, laptops, copies of the Nigerian Constitution, and lots more. Please request a free application form by sending an email to write.gcsdn@gmail.com or gcsdn@gcsdn.org. You cannot stand for your rights if you don't know your rights.
This project is powered by the Global Coalition for Security and Democracy in Nigeria, GCSDA, and the Rescue Me Now Data and Media Limited.
Signed, Dr. Edmond Ike, Project Administrator.
Thank you. We are back again. Can you tell our audience the location for this competition?
Yes, the location for the competition is going to be virtual. That means it's going to be online. That is what that means. So that means your school, if you want your student to be in your school premises, that means the school premises should be have internet access. Either they have a router or they just have a phone that they can use as a hotspot to connect to the link they're going to be provided with, and then they go from there by joining the link.
Okay, thank you so much. Our next question for you, is there any government organization involved in this quiz competition?
Government organization sponsoring the quiz competition?
Yeah.
Not at the moment. We haven't received any government sponsorship. If they will send sponsorship, that would be greatly appreciated. We have reached out to various government agencies. We've reached out to the Ministry of Education of all states of Nigeria, all 36 states. We have reached out to some judges in the country. We have reached out to some lawmakers as well, but we haven't received any sponsorship from any government agency at the moment.
Thank you. What are some of the challenges faced in actualizing your set out goals?
The challenge is in everything. It's money. We've seen it funding, we've seen it financing to ensure that we provide all the prizes that we promise the winners, because they put in the work. These are kids, hardworking young Nigerians they spend time reading the page upon page of the Nigerian Constitution in order to come out and do well and answer those questions that we're going to ask them. So they need to be rewarded for their hard work. Hard work deserves reward. So the reward is prizes that we have given. We say we're going to give them laptops, copies of the Constitution, and even some monetary money, cash money to be won. So, and to make sure we meet up these prizes, we need funding, we need support, we need sponsorship. And as I said, we reached out to government agency. We also reached out to some private companies, the telecommunication companies, and other businesses within Nigeria, even airlines like Air Peace and so on and so forth. But we're still looking for funding. So if you're out there and you're listening and you want to support this wonderful first national quiz on Nigerian Constitution, please reach out to us. We appreciate your sponsorship. It will go a long way to making sure that these hardworking young Nigerians that participate in the quiz go back to their schools or to their homes with something meaningful as a prize of their participation. Thank you very much.
So, in a nutshell, you are open for sponsorship.
Yes.
Okay. Thank you for that. We're going to take another quick short break.
Invitation. Principals and proprietors of public and secondary schools in Nigeria are hereby invited to register 2 of their students for the first national quiz competition on the Nigerian Constitution for secondary schools in Nigeria. Commencement date 1st October 2022. Deadline for registration 15th August 2022. Registration fee free. Venue virtual. Prizes to be won by the 6 best schools include millions of naira, laptops, copies of the Nigerian Constitution, and lots more. Please request a free application form by sending an email to write.gcsdn@gmail.com or gcsdn@gcsdn.org. You cannot stand for your rights if you don't know your rights.
This project is powered by the Global Coalition for Security and Democracy in Nigeria, GCSDA, and the Rescue Me Now Data and Media Limited.
Signed, Dr. Edmond Ike, Project Administrator.
Thank you. We're back again. Dr. Edmond, what is your message to Nigerians and our viewers all over the world regarding the quiz competition?
Okay, my message to Nigerians. Let me start with the target of the quiz. The target of the quiz, secondary schools. If you're a secondary school owner, please, we appeal that you should take up the opportunity and request an application before the deadline of September 15th if you have not done so. And if you have requested for an application and you have received a copy of the application, please complete the application and submit back to the email listed in the application form with the necessary requirement, the name of your student, participating student, and the proof or evidence that your school is a registered school. And then my other message goes to people out there, well-meaning Nigerians who would like to support and sponsor this event. We need funding for this event. We're in dire need of money to ensure that we'll fulfill our pact that we've promised this kid that want to make sure we provide them with laptops, copies of the Constitution, and a monetary incentive for participating. We need money to ensure we fulfill that. So please, if you're out there listening to the sound of my voice at this moment, please, and you have something, no amount is too small, send us an email or we can tell you how you can send any support. And if you can donate a laptop, we need about 2 laptops. We need about a dozen laptops. So if you can donate 1 laptop, is welcome. 2 laptops is welcome. Any amount, anything you can donate is always appreciated. Or you can decide that you want to donate all the copies of the Constitution that we will distribute to various schools in Nigeria. We'll be happy to receive it. So pretty much my message is just an appeal. Please help us make this first national quiz a success so that we can be able to do more of this quiz to keep educating the population keep educating our young mind and keep making sure, getting them interested in building a great country where the rule of law is respected. Thank you.
Thank you. Our audience all over the world, you can hear directly from the man behind the wheel, the project coordinator of the first quiz national competition in Nigeria. He's also using this opportunity to appeal to our audience for support, to sponsorship. You can send an email to write.gcsdn@gmail.com to get more information on sponsorship. And also, you can also use the opportunity to promote your business by sponsoring the competition as well. So we have come to the end of today's segment. Until next week, same time, same place, we'll see you again. My brother, Dr. Edmond Dike, thank you for being a part of this program today.
Thank you.